I'm back on board today. Sorry for the lapse. I couldn't even attend the fair on the weekend, which I'm incredibly disappointed about. So I'm sorry if you went there to catch up with me. A couple of people have written to say they turned up and I wasn't there. I just had some sort of virus, knocked me around a little bit. But I'm good today. But thank you for all of your support. It's always so beautiful when you write to me, even, you know, just to say thank you for what I do. It means so much to me. The other thing that I'd been asked about lately was my coaching channel. And some people asked me what it was called, and it's called How to Live Your Best Life, Coaching with Yvonne. I've only got maybe half a dozen videos up there at the moment. I'd really like to get back to it, but as you know, my time seems to be quite limited. If you want personal readings with me, I am a little bit booked out this week with the spare time I have. So it's starting to move into next week now, but you can email me if you want a reading and I'll see if I can fit you for next week. Some people leave it till next week and then I say, no, it's going to be the week after. So if you want a reading with me, I'm probably about a week behind now. We are going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot for this reading this morning. Let's see where we're going. Oh, okay. So Ten of Swords coming straight out. Now, the Ten of Swords for me is a card that talks about an ending to something. What it's saying in the tarot is that you've completed the lessons in this particular cycle and it's time to put it to bed. It is often seen as a card of betrayal because of the swords in the back. So you could have someone who's not doing the right thing by you at the moment. For me, I feel more than anything, this card represents an ending to some way of doing things, some way of thinking. For example, you know, the swords do represent communication and the spoken word and clarity. So it could be the end of not wanting to talk to someone, not feeling positive about a relationship with someone, but certainly an ending to something. I'll get into a little bit more. I'm sort of feeling okay. So you may have an ending coming round with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This guy here has made a lot of appearances in the last couple of weeks. I feel like that energy, that watery energy has really come to the surface. Although he does represent Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, he also represents a lot of other things because remember, it's about his energy, not so much about the signs. So when we talk the King of Cups, we're talking about love. For me, he often represents the father figure, not so much the husband or partner, more the father. This is a person who loves dearly but doesn't always express himself well. As you can see, his foot's sort of only just close to the water, not really touching, so he's not a person who lets his emotions control him. The Queen of Cups is a little bit more like that sort of energy. She's a lot more expressive, emotional. But the King is more that masculine energy. It doesn't mean, unless he's in reverse, it doesn't mean that he's cold and calculating. It can do if he's upside down. But for the most part, he's just a person who knows how to work with his feelings well. All right, so we have an offer coming in here from somebody who feels a lot of love for you here. There is a feeling of concentration in this Page of Cups. So I feel like somebody is perhaps, there is some sort of ending for somebody here. You may have ended it with this person, but I feel like they've ended something else because they're coming in with some sort of offer here. They are making some sort of decision here. I feel like what you're looking at is perhaps somebody who's made a decision to trust their heart over their head. I feel like whoever this person is wants to invest now and has made that decision. Balance is here. You've got communication coming in from this person. I feel like there's more communication there. All right, so we're looking at somebody here who's walked away from something. They are making their mind up here whether to communicate with you, but I feel like this person may be in this energy at the moment. So I feel whoever this person is has either held on to secret love for you hasn't expressed their feelings to you, or is still very, very guarded about their feelings to you. And I feel like that's about to change. Some sort of communication is coming in to show that this person is either ready to move forward and make an offer, or at least communicate how they're feeling. All right, let's move on. Okay. So this makes me feel that you know this person already, because there's been some sort of conflict here, and it feels like it's between the two of you. We'll look a little bit closer at that. Sometimes we have to walk away from things even when we feel it's not in our best interests. I remember talking about this a long time ago, and somebody calling it a Pyrrhic victory, an empty victory. It's like you've won at something, but you've not necessarily won. And for me, that always means you've walked away from something because it's creating more pain for you than if you stuck around for it. So you may have walked away from this person because the pain was too much, and in the end, you start to value yourself. This is why sometimes this card can come off for people as being a little selfish. I don't really appreciate the word selfish, because I think when you're looking out for your own well-being, that's not being selfish, that's being preserving yourself. So for me, this sort of makes me feel like somehow or another you've walked away from something that perhaps wasn't serving you anymore, or let me just see if I can get the darkness back down on the cards. Oh. Sometimes it tends to do this. Sorry, I've gone too far into the reading, so I don't want to sort of... There we go. Hang on. Let's see if we can just get it down a little bit further, so you can see the card. There we go. Now it's too dark. All right. I digress. Somebody is coming towards you to make an offer. Whoever this person is, I feel you turned your back on them at some stage or another. I don't think it's because you wanted to. I feel that you were just realizing that whatever you were investing in here was not giving you back what you wanted. Now, sometimes what happens if we are the type of people, I know particularly when I talk to other Capricorns like myself, we're the type of people who keep investing in something in some way, shape or form, because we always feel if we walk away, we've somehow neglected to give our best. I feel like here you may have invested a lot of time and energy into someone who is still not showing you your value. And I feel like this person is realizing now that you've turned your back on them, that you are worth investing in. Whatever they've done, it seems they've completed some sort of cycle in their own life. So they could have walked away from another relationship. They could have decided to move closer towards you, but some cycle has been closed out here. There's been a decision made. This person has felt a certain amount of unhappiness without you here. So when you walked away from this person definitely felt like they'd been left out in the cold. I feel like they had some sort of decision to make, but perhaps they weren't acting on that decision. Perhaps they were not really invested in making a decision. But I feel like now with this Five of Pentacles, there's an energy here of feeling very flat and very low, and sort of being not forced into making a decision, but being at a point in time where the decision is really important to them. Yeah, there we are, the Tower. That's Scorpio energy there. I just want to put another card down, yeah. I feel like this person has been through a lot of either personal conflict here, or it could be that this person has gone backwards and forwards on something before choosing to heal themselves. They may have felt it was really difficult to make this decision. Of course, this energy could be yours as well. So I have to say to you, we could be doing vice versa here, because I feel like I'm almost speaking to some of you that have let something go that has really felt like it's broken you. And I feel like you've come back from that, but I also feel like the person you're dealing with is also in a place now where they feel like they need to make this decision. Okay, so I always say to people, when that Three of Cups comes out, I'm definitely talking about either you or the person you're dealing with was in another situation here. So I feel like somehow or another something has ended with that Ten of Swords. I feel like perhaps you're dealing with someone who's ended another situation, or perhaps you have ended a situation and maybe you're ready to make an offer to someone now. Yeah, Nine of Cups. How beautiful is that? There's a wish being granted here. A wish being granted and a brand new beginning. And I can't help feeling like the colour here is very blue. Very blue. Which sort of makes me feel a little bit that you've been stuck in your head a little bit too much here. And now you're sort of getting into your intuition. You know, sometimes people say to me, I can't tell the difference between my ego and my intuition. And there are a number of ways to do that. Number one, your intuition doesn't tell you anything bad. That conditioning all comes from your ego. But your ego will try to overrun your natural instincts. So if you're feeling a certain way and you get something kicking in saying, well, maybe it's not true, maybe you've got it wrong, maybe you're seeing things in the wrong way, that would be your ego. Your ego tries to save you from harm. It is a necessary part of who you are. It just becomes out of control when we feed it. And if we're feeding it negative, it gives us negative. So here I see you really sitting in your intuition and really trusting that that wish will be granted. 11:22 on the clock. And you really are in a beautiful energy here. Look, more yellow. I feel that you want to accept this offer from this person. So if you're watching this reading thinking, I don't want that person back, then I'm not sure that this is your reading. What I see here is a person who's ready to accept the offer. To me, it feels like both people have been through some sort of healing. Both are in a place to offer and accept something new and beautiful. I don't feel that there was any animosity or anger here. I feel like both of you have got to a point here where you are ready to put energy into something. I feel that you may have either one of you walked away from a situation because the other person couldn't commit to you. And I feel like that's turning around here. There seems to be an ending here. I'm feeling that whoever you're dealing with here has completed a cycle and is ready to offer. I do feel that they're looking at their heart now, not their head. So you may have been dealing with someone who was very logical, but they're seeing things differently now. There's communication coming in here. A lot of communication here. So messages going backwards and forwards. This person wants to tell you they've walked away from a situation or they've left a situation behind. But maybe again, this is you telling them. I feel like I'm talking to both people a lot here. Oop. Okay. When Spirit wants to speak, Spirit wants to speak. Now, some of these have come out in reverse, so I'm going to leave them in reverse. Okay, there's been some sort of finalization of a divorce here and a relationship has come to a conclusion. So you may have been dealing with someone who had to go through a settlement here. I feel like they're waiting for the settlement to complete and I feel like that's still in process. But this person has definitely walked away from something. Could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. But for me, this definitely sort of smokes of divorce and separation and settlement. There seems to be settlement over a house here or over some sort of property. But I do feel the person is in that energy at the moment, but I still feel they're rushing forward here to explain to you that they are going through something and that they're finalizing something here. I feel like this person is ready to talk. Maybe they haven't been ready to talk before, but they are now ready to speak up. All right, let's read you a card from the White Light Oracle. Oh, come straight out. Alabaster Tablet of Layla. Let's have a look what that means here. You are remembering at a soul level. You are tapping into greater awareness and an understanding of your highest life purpose. It will become clearer to you. This may evoke unsettling changes within you, but that change is necessary for a new way to manifest. You are protected and guided at all times, especially when you feel uncertain about your course. You are truly loved. So I feel like this person is watching over you at the moment. I feel that that development that you've done within your soul that is leading you to union seems to be very, very potent here. And I feel like you're being watched over during this time. Because she is maternal, she's protective, she's the sort of energy that is devoted to the human collective. So I feel like here that this oracle encourages you to perform spiritual cleansing, but I also feel that this is asking you to be, I guess, I almost want to say really focused on your spirituality. Because I see so much yellow here, I feel like you really need to be focused on what your spiritual self is telling you, or what you're trusting within yourself to bring forth. Because somehow or another I feel like this is what your person's doing, like they're following their heart. So I'll leave you with that. What a beautiful reading. Thank you.